Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Akwaba.
Who?
Yeah. That means welcome in my language.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say my name.
Oh,
I was
snap.
like, I
You're
know
right.
better.
It sounds like it. Akwaba.
Ehcrama
Ehcrama.
Ehcrama.
Well, welcome to Now College,
Thank
where we
you.
discuss college experiences.
All right. Well, my name is Ehcrama Marche or Ehcrama Marche. I went to the Los Angeles Film School, graduated with a bachelor's in the production of film. Shortly after that, I started a small career doing, camera assistant work. I also have DP'd a few times, and now I do have a cartoon animated series, telenovela, on YouTube called Hello Black Mexican, inspired by true events in my life. So Hello Black Mexican is basically this girl struggling with her identity because of her two races or nationalities. And I feel like I went through that early on. So when I got to college, I didn't have those same...
I was going to ask you that. I was like, oh, maybe I should ask her if she ever experienced that in college. So you segued to it. You got it.
No, well, because the shock came to me, or the triggers came to me when I was younger. Like elementary school, especially middle school. Like middle school could be like super rough, right? High school, I'm starting to get to know me, myself, who I am, learning how to carry myself or how to talk to people. College, I didn't have like a problem with it. I did have encounters with people who would just be like, oh, why do you speak Spanish? And it's like, why are you saying why? Why do you speak Spanish? Like, just
Currently.
back and forth. But at that point, it wasn't a trigger or it wasn't a trauma. It was kind of just like, all right, let's make this like an actual a topic or let's make content out of this, because so many people, at least in America or in California, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people like me in Florida, a lot of people like me in New York, but in California, it's different to be like a Black Mexican or a Dominican. I think I'm passionate about it now because I'm starting to learn who I am. I feel like I've been very, I don't know, like I don't know both of my cultures so well. I don't know my Dominican culture at all.
Join the club.
Right? Yeah. So like I have no idea, my grandma will be talking to me, saying some stuff that I'm like, is that Spanish? Or like I have no idea what she's saying. And then, I'm more close to my Mexican culture, obviously, because my mom raised me. But her raising me on her own, she could only, like, teach so much, worked all day. So it's like I know, like, the American version of, like, Mexican culture. So I still feel very deprived of, like, both.
No, I get it. I had that, it's that first generation family. It really is.
That
it
makes
really
sense.
is. Like, I feel like I might cut this, but I feel like I have more in common with a first generation, whatever, like throw a culture out there than an African American.
Yeah.
I am African American.
I mean,
but
that's real. And
yeah.
I feel like I've also mentioned that in some podcasts. It's like I really don't know my Black culture. I don't know. I just know what it's like to be a Mexican growing up in Montebello. Like that's all
specific.
I know.
It's pretty specific.
And some people will be offended by that. Like, oh, you're a Black woman. How? It's like you just aren't exposed to that. You don't have any role models in your life. You don't have anybody to look up to, anybody to ask questions to. You have to maneuver on your own. And it's not like you're neglecting that side. I'm happy that now I'm able to like explore it more and learn about it. But I mean, it's just the way you're brought up.
So, did you mention earlier that in school you kind of dealt with the bullshit of like you're not. Wait, why do you speak Spanish? You're black.
Well,
What? You're from Africa.
Why are you white? Yeah. So, yes, I think school is mostly where I dealt with it, but in a way that was innocent, because they're kids. I mean, we're all kids, so you just have questions.
Okay.
I was like one of those girls. I loved school, first of all. Like I was obsessed with school. I loved homework. As soon as I'd get home, like I'd throw myself on the floor and just start doing my homework. Like I just loved home. I don't know why.
Let's
and then I'd go
talk
play
about
outside.
that.
Like,
oh wait, so you did your homework to play outside?
No, like I just enjoyed doing my homework, and then I'd get that out of the way, and then I'd just go play outside. And
K through 12?
Oh, no.
Okay.
When I got to high school, it's a different story. But when I was younger, so, but basically my point is like, I always really liked school. I can't say like a specific grade was bad, because the interesting part about it was that these kids, even though they had questions, or they would be like, oh, is that really your mom? Or are you sure you're not adopted? Like, it was never enough, at least for me, to allow myself to feel like hurt, you know? I don't think I ever allowed myself to feel like hurt by that.
Well, that's very interesting, because like you said, like you weren't trained to be hurt by that.
Right.
Whereas most people, don't let nobody, talk to you like that. Don't let nobody touch your hair, blah, 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 blah,
right.
blah. You're trained to react that way.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, so
when I was asked, right, like these questions, I wouldn't necessarily be like hurt. I mean, at some points I'd just be like, damn, this is crazy. Like I keep getting this, and I'd tell my mom, and my mom will be like, you're my daughter. I'm super proud of you. I'm very grateful that you're my daughter. So she just always gave me that confidence, always, so I feel like I always, even though I wasn't sure exactly who I was and like why I look the way I look or whatever, I always felt confident because I just knew I had like my mom, and I don't know, I just always felt good. So I feel like because I carried myself very confidently and I didn't allow myself to like feel hurt by kids' comments, that it was easy for me to like make friends, and I wouldn't allow like myself to be bullied, if that makes sense.
Nah, I think that rubs off. Like people see that.
Yeah.
Because bullies are out there, they're gonna test everybody. Yeah. And so when they test you, they're like, oh, okay.
But it's funny because I'll just be standing there like, huh? Yeah. Like, and I think
then they move on. Yeah,
right.
Kind of situation. I'm like, okay. Yeah,
like the friendships I did build as a youngin', right? I developed more. I mean, they just got so much stronger that I continue to have those friends, and then got more friends and more friends. So I wouldn't say I necessarily had like a bad year, like a specific bad grade year. I always was going through something, but I would never, I don't think I could specifically like say, oh, this year was bad. I just know middle school was where it was like the toughest a little bit.
Middle school's tough.
Mm-hmm. Like I would I still remember you. He would stick pencils in my hair, and I'd walk around the class and I had pencils stuck in my hair.
No.
Bad. So,
he's fat now.
Huh? He was fat then.
Oh, no. Well, that's why he did it.
He was just a jokester. But yeah, he would stick pencils in my hair. So
shout out to all the heavyweight people. I'm considered obese, so it's like whatever. Good.
But what happened? Oh, so that actually caused me to then straighten my hair. I didn't straighten my hair before that, but once people started sticking pencils in my hair, where they don't belong, I think that really caused me to tell my mom, like, hey, buy me a hair straightener. I need to straighten this hair.
You started with a hair straightener?
Mm-hmm. What did you start with?
Perm. Full blown.
Oh, no.
What?
I never. But see, my mom doesn't know about any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's real.
Like, when she first ever straightened my hair, it was with the curling iron. Like, she tried to straighten my hair with the curling iron.
So, high school, you're 18.
High school, I was 17 when I graduated. Yeah.
You're getting ready to apply for school. You get into Riverside. You choose communications.
No. See, when I got to Riverside and I tried to choose my major, I was looking for something that had to do with film because I already knew, regardless, film was something I was like into. I have no idea how I ended up in communications, but that's where they put me. And until this day, I really don't even know what communications is.
Nobody does.
What is it used for?
It's for the athletes. So maybe you were in communications because you were an athlete.
Oh, you know what? Possibly.
They just put you in there. So you knew, though, in your heart, you wanted to do film.
Something with film.
Right.
I wasn't sure. I just knew that it was something.
Did you have to have like a certain GPA or something to get in, or
to these schools?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I mean, to like put your major as film school or as film.
No.
You were okay. So something in you. So you could have chose film.
No, there was no film.
There wasn't film.
No.
Okay.
So I had chose something that I thought was the closest to it, which was like media or something like that. And they put me in communications.
Okay.
So I guess they're closely correlated, or
no, that's the thing.
You need one with the other or whatever.
Okay.
But that's, and then for some reason I was sitting in anthropology class. I don't know why I was there.
Everybody got to take anthropology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm Confucius.
You're not alone. Everybody got to take anthropology. It's funny. I'm interested in it now. I look up Neanderthals and things like that nowadays, and like, how do we change
the Australopithecus? That's the only word I remember. Australopithecus. That's the word where
I'm gonna trust you on that. I don't know. What does it mean?
Australopithecus is you know how they said that we're like monkeys or whatever.
Yeah.
So the Australopithecus, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how you say it. Because I just remember hearing that word, and then I was thinking of like hocus pocus, and then I was like, boom, out of there, out of nowhere.
How do you? Because I had that moment too. Mm-hmm. My moment came my 5th year
in college.
Yes. It happens. Look, everybody listening, like, it's either the beginning or it's the end.
Wow. 5 years?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
People drop out last semester.
Wow. That's insane.
It's either the beginning or the end. Nobody really drops out in the middle. I mean, they're there, but it's not. The percentage is low. Just because politics are really involved, man. It really is. So if you happen, which I did, piss off a teacher, and
how did you piss off the teacher?
It's a long story. So we had a project, right? And
I'm scared.
Long story short, I felt like she was being unfair, and I went to her. I said, "What do you want? What do you?" Not like that.
Oh my God.
I you know me, like.
You said, "Miss, what
exactly.
do you want?"
What do you want? I'm like, and she looked at me. She said, well, everybody else did the project well. I don't understand why you can't. I'm like, okay. So I went to the head of the department, which was really stupid because I knew they were friends. I didn't know what I thought I was going to get out of that. But I was 23, at the time. Okay. So I went to the head. I basically was like, told on her, because in order to continue with the major, you had to pass that particular project. That was so
you had to snitch.
Project. I did
to pass.
And I don't know what she thought. Like, I have friends in the class, so I took their projects as well and went to the head and laid them all out, compared them all. I'm like, I don't see the difference.
Right.
And she's like, well, the head of the department. She's like, well, just keep trying, yada, 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 yada. Pretty sure it got back to...
That's all she said.
Pretty sure it got back to her. And, like, I failed the class. I have an F on my transcript. I got 6 Fs on my transcript, actually. Yeah.
6?
6.
Oh my God, I've never even gotten a D in my life.
All right, we're gonna cut the podcast. You clearly interviewed the
6?
wrong person today. I can't wait to do my homework. Like, all right, I need to. What time is it? All right.
I think you are talking to the wrong person.
It's all good. It's all. This is important.
I might just have a very positive outlook and just
That could be it too.
I feel like if that teacher were to give me a bad grade, I mean, I've gotten bad grades on stuff where I'm like, all right, I deserved that. But I mean, your situation's very different. I think I probably would have cried.
That's what happened.
And I probably wouldn't I don't understand.
That happened a lot.
And then, the next day get them something nice. I don't know.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
By their understanding.
I did that later. Not with her, with a different teacher. Did that later. That's another discussion. I want to hear your thought process of, I'm at Riverside, dope ass school. I'm in a chill major, and I'm dropping out.
Well, that all started actually with the Australopithecus that we're talking about. So I was in a lecture, a few hundreds of kids, whatever. We all had a clicker, the
clicker.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I remember the teacher was like, all right, I'm going to put this on the board. It was like a quiz.
Yes,
for what we know and what we studied from the past chapter, whatever the case
so you can see everybody's the percentage in real time. Yeah, oof.
And so I remember I was sitting there and I was just staring at the board, and I was reading the question, but it was just going above my head. I wasn't even really reading the question. Didn't answer any questions.
Oh no.
I had just the clicker in my hand. And I was like, damn. And I was looking at everybody in there, and I'm like, they look like they want to be here. I really don't know why I'm here. I left while that clicker thing was happening. I remember I went downstairs and I seen my friend, and I was like, she's like, oh, we're going to go study tomorrow at the coffee shop, at the hub. Are you going to come? And I was like, oh, no, dude. I was like, I'm going to drop out. And she's like, you're dropping out? I was like, yeah, this is probably the last time you're going to see me. And she's like, no, wait, are you serious? And then I remember she called my other friend, Israel, and she's like, your grandma's going to drop out. And then...
Snitch?
Huh?
Snitch?
No, I mean, I guess it was kind of just say goodbye to her, you know?
Okay.
And I don't even know if they knew that I was, being real. Gotcha. But I remember I drove home, or to my dad's house, because I was staying at my dad's house at the time. I went on my computer, instantly sent in my letter to drop out. Next morning, I had no school, nothing. Yeah. I remember I went to go tell my dad, and I was like, oh no, I remember I called my mom. And I was like, Mom, and she's like, what happened? What's wrong? And she's like, and I was like, so I decided that, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. And she's just like, oh, what do you mean? With your dad? I'm like, no, I don't think I'm supposed to be in this school. I don't know. I don't feel right being here. And she's like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I already did it. I already dropped out. And she was just stood quiet. And she's just like, whatever you want to do. She's like, do it. I support you. I'm here. You have a home. If you need to come home now, let me know. And so, yeah, I texted my dad. I was like, well, I dropped out. I'll go back home to my mom's. And then after that, I instantly applied to film school. A month later, I started at Los Angeles Film School.
Oh, wow, a month later.
Yeah, so it was very quick. I didn't want to waste any time because I kind of already knew what I wanted to do. And, yeah, just sitting in that class with those monkey people, I was like, I'm good. I don't know. I don't know if what I'm doing is the right thing, but I'm still young. I feel like I'll be able to figure it out regardless. And
you have that confidence.
And I feel like, again, that just comes from my mom. Always just being like, you could do anything you want. You could be anything you want. And, yeah, I praise her so much. She's my first best friend, my first everything. And I tell her all the time.
Shout out to Ehcrama's mama.
But anyway, that was college. I think the midterms is what really like would get to me, because it was the first time I was actually like failing midterms. I had never failed a test in my life.
Yeah.
And to like fail a midterm, fail a writing thingy, I was just like, oh my God.
I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Especially when you turn around and someone has an 89. Like, oh, I thought this was hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's important. Like, I didn't realize, I mean, it's like you always know deep in your heart what you want. Mm-hmm. And you kind of just go with the flow, society's flow, whatever.
Right.
But it's going to catch up with you.
You're not getting any younger, my advice would be. And you know what? Just do it now. If it was a mistake, you could still figure it out 5 years from now. Like, you'll be fine.
And you'll still be young.
There's no pressure. There's no such thing as, like, you're running out of time.
No such thing.
You're good.
Except for having babies. But even that, they're getting to it. You're freezing eggs and stuff. And
that's
50-year-olds are having babies. Hey, they might be lying about that too. But I love that. I love that. You looked you had your moment. I'm not supposed to be here. You listened. You accepted that. Mm-hmm. And now
I'm broke.
No. What the I was about to say, what in the world? And now you are the creator of a dope ass animation series.
Yes.
Which is not really anything to do with film. So you have 3 things that you've learned, and you're not even. Do you mind me saying your age?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, you're not. Okay, I'm gonna just say you're not even 25.
No.
Not even a quarter of a century.
Oh my God.
And you have anthropology under your belt. You got film under your belt and animation under your belt.
Yeah. Sounds
like a good trade-off. You sat there, you knew this is not what I want to do. It's a cool environment. Mm-hmm. You see Riverside, friends are here, getting this experience, but you weren't happy.
Yeah.
So I thank you for sharing that experience. Hopefully, if someone's out there, wondering their first year, is this for me or not? Yeah, ask yourself that. It's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you.
Is that it?
That is it. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening, and I want to leave you guys with one of my favorite quotes from Bruce Lee. Research your own experiences, absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own.
Nice.
God bless.
I love that.